Hello, I'm William Fuller, practitioner in the Meir Schneider method and certified massage therapist. And I just wanted to take a few minutes of your time to just explain how taking segment A and B has really changed my life. And I'm pleased to say for the better, rather than some of Meir's terrible jokes. But in general, it really has changed my life. So I just wanted to share my story with you today, because if you're watching this video right now, then it means that you're interested. It may be impacting your own health and wellness. Maybe you want to help reach someone in your family or friends that you feel could really benefit from the Meir Schneider method, but you don't have a practitioner near you, or just that cost of paying for a therapist to come and work instead of learning how to do it yourself. That could be an option. Or maybe like myself, you want to build a business out of this. You saw that you were actually on a different trajectory or a different career path that you wanted to move on, and the Meir Schneider method would be a fantastic way of doing that, seeing how he's helping so many people. So maybe that's a message that speaks to you. I know for me, I was kind of fed up with the current sick care system, and I wanted to focus on a healthcare system. And I really feel like the Meir Schneider method really gives some excellent, solid foundations to that for us to build on for generations to come. So I thought the best way is just to share very quickly, it's just a few minutes here, about my story, so you can understand where I came from and how much of a big impact this had on me. So born in the UK, I'd worn glasses since the age of 4 there, and no idea that of any kind of natural vision improvement at all. And I studied at Southampton University, where I did a sports science degree, and I also was training in a postgraduate certificate of physical education. I just had such a passion for teaching health and wellness. So I decided to move forward with that. But it was during that time that I received a pretty hefty boxing injury, which caused a lot of inflammation at the back of my eyes there. And as a result, even despite the doctors working their best, injecting steroids into the back of the eye and taking drugs there to really try and take that inflammation down, there wasn't really anything medical science could do to help the eyes at that time. So I lost about 2/3 of vision in my left eye there. I also have a hereditary condition in the family, which I feel contributed to part of the damage as well in the eye. So I was kind of this young buck coming into my prime there with my postgraduate certificate of physical education. And it was during that time that I found that there wasn't really much I could do. So it kind of left me in a very challenging place. But luckily, the internet had been born. So I was doing a little bit of research online, and I came across Deepak Chopra here in his series Quantum Healing. And it was in that he talked about a man who was born blind to deaf parents, but now drives a car in San Francisco. And this is something I'd never even heard of before, even just this idea that that's something that would even be possible, let alone just the story on how amazing that must have unfolded to be born blind to deaf parents. But then to find out that through that story, this man, which is, as you all know, is Meir Schneider, he then worked on his own eyes, so he was able to start to regain his vision despite everyone around him. And I think if you're watching this video right now, you can understand this. Your friends and family all think that you're crazy, that you're looking into alternative and natural health and wellness for your eyes and your body, whatever your condition is. It can be very challenging because those that we hold dearest to our heart don't necessarily support us or believe that that's something that we can do. So it just blows my mind that Meir was able to do this and get results. So when I heard about this story, I was like, okay, I've never heard this before. I need to go check this guy out. And at this time, I'd been teaching for 5 years. I did my postgraduate. I was teaching in Kenya and the Middle East. And it was when I was teaching there in the Middle East that I really started taking it the next level. In 24 hours of finding out about Meir, I read his first book there, My Life and Vision. And I was just so blown away by his story that I went and ordered his eye exercise kit that he has there. And within 1 year, I didn't need to wear my glasses anymore. So I was convinced for myself. I also, during that time, teaching physical education in Kenya, I was kind of tired of people going, hey, you know, sports, you know about exercise. I've got this thing with my knee, or I've got this pain in my neck. Do you know anything I can do about that? And I kind of got frustrated that I didn't have a system that I could actually help people in doing that. And I've always kind of got this underlining belief that the body wants to heal itself. It's always driving and urging us in that direction. So I thought, okay, I either need to just kind of not give up on it, but I need to decide if I want to go the next level. And do I want to take my knowledge and understanding? I already enjoy teaching and helping others. Can I take this to the next level now and find out if this Meir guy is actually for real? So that was when I signed up for segment A and segment B. So I took a little trip to California. I headed up the coast there, made a little bit of a holiday out of it as well. If I'm going to go to California, I might as well enjoy some of the beautiful sunsets there as well. So I went and took segment A, just kind of not really knowing what it was going to be, kind of half expecting it to be okay and not really do much. So by the end of it, though, I did segment A and segment B. And just so you know, you can do them in half. So if you don't have the time to get the time off work or to do the whole program, I obviously suggest doing segment A and B. It's helpful to do it back to back. But if you can only do one half there, then just follow through with the half. It's still fine. So, but when I took that, I was completely sold. Watching Meir work with multiple sclerosis, muscular dystrophy, vision, my own vision, and improve, seeing that, seeing other people's improvements, but then also seeing what Meir's created there in San Francisco at the School for Self-Healing is such a nourishing, nurturing environment for the whole team there, including the staff as well. So it's a real special place that Meir created. And if you haven't had a chance already for Meir to tell you the story about finding the School for Self-Healing, it's a fantastic story there as well to listen to. So I was so just blown away by his work that I was like, okay, this is it. This is the direct, and this is for me. I knew that this was the direction that I needed to move in. I wanted to become a practitioner in the Meir Schneider method, and I wanted to reach as many people as possible because I just felt that that healthcare model, that message there, the philosophy that Meir has, along with the techniques, that's something that the world really needed. And that was 10 years ago. So we definitely need it even more today, especially after everything that we've all gone through with COVID there. So I took his training, and luckily my wife loves me enough that I said, right, we're moving to San Francisco. I'm going to become a practitioner in the Meir Schneider method. So I was in San Francisco for additional, I was there for 10 years in the end with my own practice in, my own practice there in San Francisco, downtown San Francisco. And it was just amazing to see that build and grow. So I hope this helps you just a little bit in your decision making on signing up to segment A and B. Again, you can see how it completely changed my life for the better. So I'm just glad that you're interested enough to invest this time in learning more about segment A and B. I know the staff there are more than happy to answer any of your questions. I know it felt like a big move at the time, but obviously looking back, I've been doing this for 10 years now, helping myself, my family, my friends, and then also building a practice out of it, which was excellent. And then being able to go online and help people all around the world. So obviously a good investment in myself here. I know for you, it's not so much about the money because it's so, well, the money doesn't really come into it because it's such an important thing for myself, my friends and family. It's more about kind of carving out that time. But what better time right now than to take a 7, 10, 14-day vacation and focus on your own health and wellness. And then when you get home, it's not just something that you look at photos. Now you've got this philosophy, knowledge, skills, and understanding to now go and help yourself, your friends, or you want to move forward and build a business for that. So please feel free to reach out for the School for Self-Healing or have a chat with Meir. And as practitioners here, we can't speak highly enough of the work. And I want to thank you for taking the time to watching this video and wish you all the best on your self-healing journey.